Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow tutorial. So I'm just doing my eyes and my lips. I'm not doing my entire face just because my face routine hasn't really changed that much lately. So I don't have like a full new routine yet, so I thought I would just do the eyeshadow and the lips. So for today's video, I'm using the Melt Cosmetics Radioactive stack, which has the orange, the yellow, the green, the pink. There's a lot of color going on in there. Normally I would be like, what do I do? But I actually saw one of the owners or the founders of Melt Cosmetics, Laura Arellano, I think is how you say her name. I've been a huge fan of hers for a really, really long time. I'm always obsessed with her makeup. Anyway, I saw in one of her pictures that she had like a light peach kind of wash of color. And I read the deets in the caption and she said she was wearing this shade, Radon.
Radon.
She said she was wearing this shade and I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't even occur to me that you could wear it like as a wash. That's the only color I have from the stack, but I did mix in a few other shades too. So I did use a shadow from the Sweet Peach palette, which I love this palette. And I was trying to think like, could you just use this eyeshadow to get this look? But this color that's on my lid, the Radon one, it has more, I don't want to say red, it has like more neon in it, so it makes it a different type of peach than most peach eyeshadows, but it's just a little bit different. So you could do something similar with the Sweet Peach palette only, but there was just something about that shade, the Radon one, that I would just really loved it. It is different than the other ones. So I thought this could be fun. This is like kind of springy. It's a little bit more color. It's color without being like insanely bold in your face color. You know what I mean? So that's why I like it. I'll go ahead and stop talking now and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna start off by prepping my eye with the Benefit Air Patrol BB Cream Eyelid Primer. I wanted to do something that was similar to Soft Ochre Paint Pot, but that one's like a little bit too heavy on me now. But this one has the same coloring. It's like a very pale yellow undertoned primer, and I just needed something with a little bit more coverage than my MAC one, but I still love my MAC one. I just also like this one as well. So I'm just gonna pat this on all over the lid using my finger. You can't like tell that I have stuff on my eyelid, but it did help to cancel out and do like a little bit of color correcting. It's almost like a lightweight concealer, and it's just a really good primer too. So if you're looking for something that's kind of like Soft Ochre, the paint pot from MAC, but it's too intense for you like it is for me now, I would recommend trying that one out. So now I'm just going to set my eyelid. I'm going to use just a little bit of Mirage from Makeup Geek. I'm really, really lightly. You can use translucent powder, just a beige, skin toned, undertoned eyeshadow. And this is a Morphe 524 brush. It's kind of like a tongue, big old tongue. All right, and now for the peachy orangey eyeshadow, I'm using the Melt Cosmetics Radioactive stack. Just one of the eyeshadows, and this one is called Radon, and I'm using a Smith Cosmetics 232 brush, this nice fluffy one, and I'm just gonna be lightly tapping it into here because these are really, really pigmented eyeshadows. Just like a light tap, tap off any excess, and then I'm going to be adding a light wash all over the eye, specifically in the crease, but I'm also gonna be lightly buffing it onto the lid as well. Just like this, a nice soft wash, really focused in the crease all the way up to the brow, and then brush down onto the lid. All right, so now I'm gonna add the color to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use a different brush than I've ever used on my lower lash line besides when I used it over here. This is the Luxie 231 brush. Oh my gosh, I love this brush. I used it last week when I was doing like a cut crease look. It's like bendy, but it still has a nice dome, like small tip on it. So that way you can get in the crease, you can get in smaller, more detailed areas, but it's not gonna add as harsh of a line as like other shorter dome brushes. So this one is really nice for the lower lash line for adding like heavier color, but you still want it like nice and buffed out and blended. So I love this brush. So I'm gonna be taking the same Radon color and buffing it into the lower lash line. All right, so now for the lid color, I am gonna be using a little bit of my MAC Prep and Prime just because I really like it with ColourPop eyeshadows. But you know, you can use any eyeshadow base you want, or you can use it without it, but I prefer to use ColourPop shadows with an eyeshadow base. I think they perform a lot better. So I'm just gonna take a little bit with my Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader Brush. This is like one of my favorite brushes, very similar to a MAC 239. So I just take a little bit of that. Just scrape off the edges, you know, and then add it kind of right close to the lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop. This is their new eyeshadow. This is called Alchemy. That's how you say it, right? Alchemy?
I think it's Alchemy.
This is part of their new collab that they have with Jamie King. It's almost like a colorless one, but it has like a really nice, pretty shimmer to it. It's like a really light beige color, and it has a really nice, pretty reflection in it. So here's what it looks like. Very pretty, just a nice little zhuzh of shimmer. So I'm gonna be adding that to the center of the lid, closer to the lash line, and then lightly buffing it out. It's not gonna be like a heavy application all over the lid up until the crease, like a cut crease kind of look. It's gonna be a little bit softer than that. All right, now for the inner color of the eye, this is my favorite part. I've been dying to talk about this eyeshadow. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you know I've been using this Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced. This is their new palette. I talked about it in my hot new shit video. The shadow that I'm gonna be using is this one right here, and this one's called Nectar. And this shadow on the inner corner of the eye for a highlight is like insane. It's like a really pretty peachy color. I mean, I have it over here, but it's such a pretty color and it's really bright and intense. If I could buy this on its own, I definitely would in like a gigantic size, because I have a feeling I'm gonna run out of this one. It's just so pretty. Yeah, do you see that? I'm gonna be adding it to the inner corner of the eye using a Smith 247 brush. It's a lot larger than most inner corner brushes that I use, but I wanted this one to be like much more dispersed, kind of like a peach explosion on the inner corner of the eye. I brought a little bit of that peach color, the Nectar, right onto the lid. I just lightly dusted it on top to make it look a little bit more peachy. All right, now I'm gonna add a little bit of liner to the lid using the Inglot gel liner and a Zoeva 317 brush, but you can use whatever liner you want, or you could do no liner, but you know, I like to do it just to hide the lash band. And then I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara. And today I'm using the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. All right, so for lashes today, surprise. Queen Bee lashes, I'm wearing a new pair today, and I did not cut them as much as I normally do. You can see they go a lot closer to the inner corner. All right, and now we're gonna be adding the waterline color. And this is a color I've been dying to use, actually. This is ColourPop Zulu. I did swatch this in my last video. This is like their minty green shade, but we're just gonna add this directly into the waterline. All right, and then I'm going to be smudging just a little bit of color in between, just right up in there, like the lash line, just that way there's a little bit more separation between the mint green and the peachy color. So I'm just gonna go into the Sweet Peach palette, and I'm gonna take Puree, this one right here, kind of neutrally medium toned brown color. And this is a Sigma flat definer brush in E15, and I'm just gonna smudge that into the lashes, just that way we have a little bit of separation. And then I'm gonna add some of my Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara to the lower lashes. I like to pounce them. All right, so now I'm gonna do the lip color, and I had the hardest time trying to figure out what lip color I wanted to do with this, because I wanted to do something complimentary, but then I was like, wait, I don't wanna wear like green lipstick right now. So I'm doing something like an accent color. I'm doing the peachy tones, and I'm gonna lightly line my lips using the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. This is the shade 1C, just a very natural nude toned lip liner, just to add a little bit of contour to the outside of the lips. And then lip color today, I'm gonna be using Dose of Colors Angelic. This one just has like a hint of peach in it, but such a pretty peachy nude. More peach than peach stock from MAC. And the formula of these lipsticks is amazing. I'm gonna take a little bit of this NARS lip gloss. This is the color Hot Sands. It's like a peachy nude, but it has like high intensity reflection in it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this right in the center. Little pout-ski. All right, so that wraps up this quick eye toot. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. This is gonna be a quick toot. Hashtag quick toot. Hashtag quick toot. I toot. Quick toot. You toot. What? What? I think I'm really hungry right now. What?